chance. Time to pick a fight. They won't know what hit them.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Got it. I journey forth. Let's get a move on. From here to there. Show me what you've got. Little help here. I'll go where the action is.
Meet on the table. Chop it up.
They can't stop me. It. Keep it coming. Trouble. Here I come. Ready for anything. Yes. I'm not stopping now. Yes. Time to make something happen. Where to? All in due time. Where's my clown? Very well.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So sorry. Let's get a move on. Moving to position. Let's go. I'll go where the action is. It's over.
You're losing lots of blood.
You're out of your league.
Your middle tower is under attack.
They can't stop me.
Your middle tower is under attack.
From here to there. Times are hard for you. Right.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
It ends here.
I don't really want to lose a whole creep.
Do you know who I am? Ready for anything. Time to pick a fight.
Your middle tower is under
One's
attack.
gone missing, just so's you know.
Okay.
Your middle tower
What
is
thing
under
is
attack.
being hit,
They won't know what hit them.
by the way. This character is actually broken. Why is this character so good?
Let's get a
Your
move
middle
on.
tower is under attack.
think you can beat me? I'll go where the action is.
Look at this. 40 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
I hope we find trouble. They can't stop me. That's how it's done. Yes.
Your top tower is under attack.
I wasn't expecting.
Your top tower is under attack.
The assault.
Ready?
Skin you there.
Let's move. Get over here and help. Our faucet, but effective. On the way.
Quasi.
No one
Bottom
kills the
tower
king.
is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Let's go.
I had such a great
Almost.
start, but
Ooh, let's pick a fight.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Very well. Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Let's get a move on.
okay.
Where's my cloud?
Dire's structures are fortified.
I can't do that now. I'll go high.
Wish fulfilled.
Your bottom
No
tower
one's
is under
catching
attack.
me. Here we go.
Your bottom tower is falling.
No one does this to me.
That was weird.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Why? Your time above ground is over.
I kind of need to buy a Mignon
Your
here.
top tower is under attack.
Good thing I ate those peaches before I came here. Yes.
You're no
It ends here. You're out of your league. Need a few more seconds. Taking the high ground. Over here. Oh, nice view. You can see everything up here. Incoming! Whoa! Let's get a move.
Wow. Hey. Okay. Oh, they have wards in there.
Your top tower is under attack.
Oh, he almost ulted there. I'm glad he didn't get out.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's not looking good. My bristle back is kind of useless.
Time to move.
Bit of a hack job, that.
Nah, it's still dangerous, bro.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
I'll be ready in a second. Ready for
Your top
anything.
tower is under attack.
I mean, I don't know where they are. They could just walk here. So that what Bristleback's doing right now is pretty much suicide.
Your top tower is under attack.
I love that sound.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Time to pick a fight.
Do they have vision here? This all sucks, bro. This all sucks.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Even That's what I do.
Let me take that.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yes.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yikes. What is my bristle doing? Not Oracle stuff. That's actually not Oracle stuff.
Your top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
Bro, he picked Oracle, man. It's not his fault.
I just cheated death. You think I get a little fanfare? They can't stop me. Oh, not so fast. Even the gun. Move into position.
Why is my bristleback so useless? Nah, he's just pudge that's overfed. He just literally just didn't die.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yes.
I know.
Hope we find
It's
trouble.
really disgusting.
Ooh, let's pick a fight. I'm not ready yet.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I'm ready. Let me catch my breath first. Yeah. I'll go top.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Ah,
Over here!
how is he dying to a CK on his own?
From here
Like,
to there.
like what is going on here?
Yes. That's how it's done.
How is my bristleback so useless? My bristleback is so useless. My bristleback does
Your bottom
absolutely
tower is
nothing.
under attack. Your bottom tower
We
is
don't
under
have a lot of
attack.
damage, to be fair.
Your
My
bottom
journey
tower is under attack.
When I'm ready,
Unfortunately,
I'm
I
ready.
can't really kill.
Your bottom
go
tower
where the
is under
action is.
attack.
I don't know if I really
Your
wanna be
bottom
here.
tower has fallen.
It's over.
Bro, why are you taking
Let's
everything
get a
like
move
that?
on.
Come on, man. I need something right now.
I can't do that now. Got it. Not so fast. It's the monkey's paw.
I mean, we can just kill this guy. honestly.
Your top tower is under attack.
Expected.
Lol. That's unfortunate. Just eat him.
Tower is under attack.
It's not
Your
his
top
damage.
tower has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack.
Tender meat's always hard to get at.
They have so many wards.
Your top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
That was a pretty shit fortification.
Where to?
Bro, you're the most useless.
Ready for anything.
Your middle tower has fallen.
No one's catching me. They can't stop me.
Is that the main guy?
Okay.
He just walked up like that because he's got no micro?
Okay. On the run with a broken spine. Let's go.
kill him, bro. Like, you can kill him. These two idiots, what are they running from?
Dirty farcer.
Your top tower is under attack.
We need to win off that. That's how we win this game. It's our only opportunity.
Okay, I'll admit it. That was a cute trick. It won't work again. I'll go where the action is.
Couldn't dodge because of the stupid slow. You have no honor. You can. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah,
Your bottom tower is fallen. Your bottom barracks is under attack.
Time to get to work. They can't
Your
stop me.
middle tower is under attack.
They won't know what hit them.
That was a practice shot.
Your middle tower has fallen.
I was waiting for Oracle, but like he just couldn't even respond in time.
Your top tower has fallen. Your top barracks is under attack. Your top barracks is fallen.
Yeah. There's no hope of winning. Unfortunately. Let's go back. Absolutely no game.
This journey isn't over yet.
I didn't see that coming.
We don't even have Oracle on the moment.
Okay. Now. Ready?
What can we even do, bro? Like,
Your middle tower is under attack.
do you even have ult? I don't even have ult.
Your middle tower has fallen. Dire structures are fortified.
I got
Your middle tower is under attack.
Even I have.
Your ancient is under attack.
He wasn't even close enough. That was so fucking up.
Radiant victory.
We tried. We tried. That was a hard game. I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong there. Maybe it just wasn't me. We own this. Who changed the chat? Who changed that? No viewers? Not even myself? Depressing, bro. This is depressing. It's a depressing life that we live. Reported. He at least tried, bro. I think Mileage played a decent only game. I'm not gonna report Mileage because he's just so salty, but like, he tried. He's just so salty, bro. Like, so what? So what, man? People have bad games and they fall behind. Like, I don't know why people get so upset about it. It's not a big deal. Oh no.
And we've had the talk that the majority of women today do not deserve chivalry. A woman that is ungrateful for chivalry does not deserve it. And there used to be a time where men would actually get something in return for chivalry. They would get a pure wife, they would get a wife that was in shape, and they would get a wife that respects and honors them. And that was the cultural norm. But now the cultural norm is you can't tell me anything. I'll do what I want, and nobody can tell me I'm wrong. So Bill Burr, I don't know much about Bill Burr. I honestly have not followed his patterns that I've noticed that you can see in relationships about who runs them. Let's pull it up.
Are you married?
Yeah, no, she's the best.
Okay.
She's a saint, and she puts up with me. And I actually run jokes by her.
Do you really?
Yeah, like, should I say this? Is this going to, nowadays there's always that, should I? It's so weird now.
Okay, so he admits a couple things. She's a saint and she puts up with. Typically, men with this mindset actually have a wife that is not a saint and typically degrades him to make him think that he is the problem. Just what I've noticed. And typically, the men like that talk like this sort of put their wife on a pedestal. Remember, she should be talking higher of you than you speak of her because she is supposed to be serving you. And I just noticed that men that tend to put their wives on pedestals often have disrespectful wives. Not always. I'd like to say we always know. Not always. The other part that he admitted was that his wife censors his jokes. So it goes back to what I was saying where his wife is telling him what to say. These are kind of warning signs of a disrespectful or dysfunctional relationship. Now, Donald Trump, and I'm actually kind of mad because I almost went to this event. I almost went, but I decided I didn't want to fly out. Donald Trump went to the UFC and is so goated. He went with Tucker Carlson and the president of the UFC. They came in and the crowd just goes wild. They go wild. They're all so excited that Trump, our former US president, is there. He's running again. And it's really an awesome moment that, just feels like a little patriotic, right? We have Tucker Carlson, American hero, UFC president walking in, Trump walking in. Amazing, right? Bill Burr's wife decides at this time she will flick off the president. Let's pull it up. Now, I don't care about your political party. This is so disrespectful. This shows a lack of class, elegance, and grace in a woman. But there is just a lack of class in somebody that is going to flick you off during an event. But really, it's embarrassing to the guy because this is your woman you can't control. Now, here we have an example of a commenter simping. Ryan Shield. He just simp. Yes, you do no wrong. Imagine if a guy did this. People would be like, that you lack class. That's disrespectful. But if a woman does it, it's cool. That would be Nia, the wife of comedian Bill Burr, saluting Trump during the UFC 295 in anticipation of the F Your Feelings crowd attacking her for being disrespectful. Let me remind you that Trump's entire platform is built on attacking and disrespecting anybody that goes after him. I stand with Nia. No, I do not. I think there's a way that you're supposed to conduct yourself. Now, this man is worth $15 million. I had this tweet. And he cannot get a woman that doesn't flick off the president. And so I tweeted, all right, now this was a little rude. I'm just saying, like, he's worth $15 million.
A whale? A whale? To be fair, Pearl, you can't go and complain that someone is being disrespectful and then go and be disrespectful. That you're picking and choosing what is and isn't okay there. If you want to say, oh, she can, like, if people are saying she can be disrespectful because Trump is disrespectful, well, and you can be disrespectful because she was disrespectful, then it never ends. So someone needs to be the bigger person here. And if you're gonna complain that she needs to be the big person, then you definitely need to be the bigger person. So I can't rate you for that. I think that was pretty poor on your part, but still, I'll at least say it wasn't classless. It wasn't classless. It's pretty funny. She is a whale.
Tweeted that he's worth $14 million. Now, I don't know. I know these things are off, but let's say it's half. Let's say it's $6 million. A man busts his butt to be at the top of his career,
Bro,
to be a top 1%.
If you're worth anything more than $1 million, you're good. Anything more than $1 million, and you're good. Why are we saying this is the beta test when we're playing Dota 2?
When a guy meets your friends for the first time, should he pay for all your friends, even if there's like 4 of them? 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Sure, because they're women, they're entitled to a free meal. You might think that this kind of sexism and narcissism and entitlement only exists on TikTok, but you're wrong. It also exists on Reddit. I know because I found a real life story where this issue comes up. Listen to this. This story is extraordinary. I, 24-year-old male, and my wife, 24-year-old female, are newlywed couples. My wife has 4 friends who have been really close with since high school. For a celebration, my wife decided to go to an expensive steakhouse. Why, you may ask, would a woman
Ooh. Ooh. What an absolute G. He decided to pack a bag and head to my friend's house. I told my friends' parents, and they say I should have just paid it. No, absolutely not. You never, ever, ever, ever let your woman control you. Ever, under any circumstance, no matter what. No matter what. Like you don't just say no for the sake of saying no, but you are in authority all the time. They ask for permission. Can you pay? Can you pay for all of us? I said they would, and it would be nice. Could you please do it? I might do it. Depends. I'll think about it. You know what I mean? Like that's the relationship. That's the dynamic should be. It shouldn't be the man pays. You should pay. You embarrass me, screaming at me. Absolutely not. I would annul the marriage right there and then. I would annul it straight away.
woman who's on a girls' night out with 4 of her female friends invite her husband to come? Isn't that a weird dynamic? 5 women and 1 man? Well, yes, it is. But her motivation is going to become very clear in a moment. The day comes and we go in separate cars there. We all eat and my wife slides the bill, $700 plus, and proceeds to say, the man should always pay for the wife and her friends. I laugh awkwardly, saying, why? She says, because I'm the man. Don't you just love it when women are all of a sudden in favor of traditional gender roles? This man should pay $700 for all of the women at the table because he's a man. Of course, if he said, you need to wash my clothes, cook my meals, spread your legs anytime I ask you to because you're a woman, that would be incredibly sexist. That's outrageous. Those kinds of traditional gender expectations are disgusting. When it's coming from a man, of course. When it's coming from a woman, it's absolutely fine because reasons. I tell her that the only other person I would pay for would be you and me. Her friends proceeded to laugh at me, calling me a broke husband. I stand up and put 2 $100 bills for me and my wife's food and leave. Yeah, that seems totally...
This guy's like saying, oh, I had this happen to me and I just ghosted them. I wouldn't ghost them. I'd be like... No, and I would tell them I'm just gonna leave. You enjoy your food, and I would just walk out, bro.
acceptable by screaming about the having good skin is really important. And the wonderful news is that skincare takes so much less effort.
Oh, skincare.
Trip, and the company has paid for everything. Lucky woman. The husband did.
Let's see another one, another story.
Day.
I love me a good story, bro.
Fun. The issue is that I had a huge work trip the next day that had been planned for months.
Wait, what's
I
the
don't
story?
travel.
My wife graduated medical school, blah, 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 bring 1 guest, a party. Her medical school decided to invite the pandemic graduates to this year's graduation event. Okay, my wife was very excited. She wanted to have a good time. I had a huge work trip the next day that had been planned for months. I don't travel a lot for work, so they all went out to make this comfortable. And I had a lot riding on it. If I didn't do well, I would probably be fired. But if I did do well, so my company comped her a flight and we were going to make a vacation out of it after my presentation. Okay, sounds good. Told my wife we shouldn't go to the redo event since we had to fly out and it'd be very tight. She said we'd go. Started 3.5 hours, but the gala was 1.5 hours away from the airport. We planned to pack everything so we can go. Okay, fine. But she just started saying goodbye. I told her we need to leave ASAP. We don't have to be 2 hours early for flight. Around 6 p.m. this guy from med school who had a crush on her grabbed her hand and pulled her to him. I went up to them and told her, hey, you need to back off. Alright, at this point you dump her. horrible. Those that have a huge. I disagree. She started to go. It's not my fault. She didn't get to dance. Yeah, selfish. She kept texting me horrible things, horrendous, evil. We've been on tense terms since this happened. So I can learn how, but I don't think we need it. She's the one who caused this whole problem. To take accountability. You divorce her, bro. Like, again, this is how it works. You just divorce her. You just go, you're divorced. It's over. And why are you getting married? This every single time I hear anyone talk about marriage, it's a bad thing for the man. It's a bad thing. There's nothing good about it. Like, actually, what is good about marriage? Please tell me one good thing. One good thing. And I'll tell you, the only thing I can think of is it's good for your kids to have two parents, but she can just leave whenever she wants. And she's doing this, so you have to put up with this in order to for your kids. I'm gonna be honest. At this point, maybe fuck the kids. To be honest, like, just don't have kids. Like, yeah, it's the only good thing is that it's better for your kids to have two parents than not. That's the only good thing. So it's not about you, even, because people say, oh yeah, you need to get married to have kids. Okay, but that's not about you. So what is good about marriage for a man? Now, you could argue that the children are an extension of yourself, so them doing well is good for you. You could argue that, and I would accept that argument. But other than that, you don't have good intimacy. They barely sleep with you. Your wife doesn't sleep with you. So you have this nagging witch that wants to go and hang and oh my god. I'd have lost my temper, bro. You're way off here? Hell no, bro. You're in the right, bro. You should dump her. What the fuck?
He feels like dancing, and so that's what's important. Well, what about the plane? What about the non-negotiable schedule? What about the fact that I might lose my job? Not important. She feels like dancing. I'm the woman. I shouldn't have to think about all that. I want to dance. You, man, you go sort it out. And if you think that reality is more important than my feelings, then you need therapy. You need to be taught by a professional how to conduct yourself in a marriage. And that orbiter guy who physically dragged her away and insulted him and she just let it all happen, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if she'd hooked up with him. He was way too comfortable and familiar with her. Here's a rule for your relationship that shouldn't be remotely controversial. If a man asks your girlfriend or wife out, she's never allowed to talk to him again. Call me sexist, controlling, I don't give a shit. Non-negotiable. She's not allowed to have orbiter men whispering in her ear,
Absolutely
telling her
not.
that she should leave you. Not okay. And what
Not
kind of
okay.
low-quality woman thinks it's okay to still interact with a scumbag man like that? But believe it or not, we can sink even lower. I've got a final story that's even worse.
No,
My husband...
You don't. It's just some old. I don't want to even read this story, man. It's just. To be fair, it just seemed kind of sad for her. She's a housewife. She spent a lot of time in the house, so she doesn't even get to keep the house. Well, to be fair, yeah. If I was that husband, I would buy her own home. I would. Breaking Bad, but in Berlin. Look, it's the Viking guy. Marriage and dating are doomed. Like, they're doomed, bro.
A big difference, a big impact on how women like men. But over here, it's not that big of an impact. Categorized as usual. If you can find something that I missed, please let me know. But I think I got it all. This is a chart that is divided into the way that men categorize women and the way that women categorize men. Men have one set of values. Men add up what we think about your looks, your personality. We subtract how much availability you're giving to other men. And then here I drew a cabinet, which is the male version of the galaxy, because there are other things that can make women more and less valuable to men, but it's not very much. These many, many things can make a big difference, a big impact on how women like men. But over here, it's not that big of an impact.
I would say there's also age. You haven't really mentioned age here. So I would subtract other men, subtract age. Now, I guess children also fall under other men, right? Naturally. So I would, yeah, sure. But I would I guess he's saying the cabinet, age is in the cabinet, right?
Hey guys, it's your girl Melanie, and men.
Basically, the way that men.
Wait, why are we watching her watch it?
And the way that women categorize men.
Alright, let's see.
Reasons that there's so much.
I mean, this looks colourful. I enjoy the colours. I like some good crayon, man. Call me a child.
Fusion in our culture. This is a big lesson that a lot of women need to learn. You can't overcome lack in this department by wearing a t-shirt that he likes or picking up a hobby that he likes. That's why it's a cabinet. It's very, very small. It makes a small impact. If your cabinet is perfect for the man that you want, it might give you half a point to a point. This is really most of it. Women,
I would say age as well.
on the other hand, they have two sets of criteria that they evaluate men on. They have good guy stuff and bad boy stuff. And this is one of the reasons that there's so much confusion in our culture about what women want, because they say they want good guy things and then they actually go with men who have bad boy things. But the truth is they want both, and you don't have to choose. In our language, we say I'm a good guy or I'm a bad boy or I'm good or I'm bad or this is, but really you can be both of these things. And in order to be both of these things, you have to maximize your physical attractiveness, face, body, height, voice, all the things that you can do, lose weight, get muscle, maximize it, and maximize your masculinity. Dominance, power, confidence, smoothness, which is, I'll explain that later. Smoothness is basically how well you understand women. If you can approach a woman and you know what it is that she responds to, she's going to go, oh, you understand women. You're smooth. That requires some more unpacking. And women also respond to dark triad traits. This is a big difference between men and women. Men do not need women to have any evil stuff, any bad boy stuff. We don't need bad girls. Some guys like bad girls, but that's a personality thing. Men in general don't need girls to be bad. Women need men to be at least somewhat bad. You gotta be dangerous. You have to have the ability to be dangerous. Not necessarily go to jail, but you have to be capable of it. And that will boost your bad boy score, which is what you really want. It's better to be all bad and no good than it is to be all good and no bad, because then you end up in the friend zone. So both of these speech and thought bubbles are arranged the same way. The higher up you go, the more it is based in love, which is supportive, public, monogamous, and emotional. And the farther down you go, the less love there's going to be, and the more lust, which is going to be opportunistic, secret, multiple partners at many times, and impulsive. So, of course, a man is going to have lust for a keeper. Of course he is, because that means that he likes the way she looks. But he's going to have a lot of love for her. Way down here, he's going to have no love at all, and it's going to be entirely a lust-based relationship. Sleepers in the middle, where we have what women call situationships, that's where there's some level of emotional connection, but it's not really enough to be the one and only. You're kind of in a middle zone, and the man will say things like, I don't know where I'm going to be in 3 weeks, like I don't know what my life is. Yes, we do. We do know what our life is. We do know where we're going to be. We just kind of want to wait for someone who we're definitely going to put in here. You got to stop listening to these things. So for women, avoiding getting into these bad relationships is a lot easier than it is for men to avoid getting in these bad relationships. You just have to know how he feels about your looks, your personality, and your exposure to other men and the stuff you have in common. Figure out how much he likes you and judge it by how much investment he's giving you. How much of his time and energy and money and whatever it is that you value, because every woman values different kinds of investment. But if you value something and he's not giving it to you, because this is the higher you go, the more investment, the lower you go, the less investment. If he's not giving you the investment that you want, that's a very clear signal that you're not here. And you either have to change something to get here, or you have to leave and find another guy who likes you. So just really quick for men, Keepers is obviously my one and only. This is the one woman that we care about the most. Sleepers is, these are girls who we like and we're attracted to them. And as you can see, this is the public-private line. There are some times that sleeper relationships enter into the public arena and will go out with you, but we still aren't really committed and we kind of waffle a little. And then there are some times where sleeper relationships are like, let's just keep this between us. Just come over at midnight, right? Once you get down into sweepers, this is usually just mistakes. We usually wish we hadn't done this. It might be related to alcohol, or maybe it's been a really long time, but if there's ever any kind of contact here, it's called sweepers, as in under the rug, because we don't want anyone to know about it. So if a guy has ever had any level of a relationship with you and tried to hide you and not answer the phone and disappeared and everything, that's where you were. And you need to not be there because it's pretty uncomfortable. So for women, it's obviously a lot more complicated because women have two sets of criteria that they judge men on. One of them is good guy stuff and one of them is bad boy stuff. Good guy stuff, the level of good guy things that you have, which is, of course, how much you're investing in her. Is it enough for her? Are you presentable? Does that make you look good? That's, for women, looks is broken down into presentable and face and body and height and voice. So men have that both in one thing, but women have looks separate. So if you're a really, physically unattractive guy, but you're very well put together and you're giving a woman a lot of investment, then you would have a really high good guy score and a very low bad boy score, and you would end up in the friend zone. So the amount that a woman thinks you are a good guy is going to be the amount of investment that you're giving her compared to what she wants, the amount that you make her look good when you're seen together in public, because that's going to push you above the public line. And then, this is important, men subtract other men from their valuation of women, and women subtract other women from their valuation of men in the good guy zone. But women will very often keep going back to a bad boy that has a lot of girls, or a situationship with a guy who has a lot of girls. Women generally do not subtract other women from the bad boy score. They take other women from the good guy score because that's going to take away your investment in her. And over here, having other women does not take away your investment in her because it's all based in excitement and physical things. And then finally, of course, women have the galaxy, and that's many, many, many little things that each individual woman values separately, which is the male version is the cabinet. In here, a woman might have like being good with kids, or liking pets, or having the same hobbies in common, or wearing a particular kind of shirt. There's lots and lots of little details in here that don't quite fit into anything else. It's just what fits with her life, what matches with her experience and with her feelings, and it's difficult to really predict what that's going to be. It's very individual for everybody. And this is very individual for everybody too, but this only matters a little bit. And this, if you have what a woman wants in here, it can give you a few points. Like if you're not particularly presentable, but you're okay, and you don't have a lot to invest, but you're okay, and you have a load of things in common with her, it can boost you up a few points on the good guy score. Again, not the bad boy score. So all of those things in the good guy score, they measure how much the woman trusts you to be able to be there for her and make her look good and have...
I kind of know all this, to be honest, but it is nice seeing it laid out. I think everybody knows this. Do you know there's one thing, and we're going to get to it when he talks about Prince Charming, there's one thing I discovered, and I think that women have two different ideas of the ultimate man. And because he's put Prince Charming there, ideal. There's two. There's not just Prince Charming. There's the Dragon Slayer. So it's a trope, right? It's an idea. For example, Prince Charming is, um, I mean, he's very obvious, right? You don't need to describe him. He's quite. He's basically he's the guy from Shades of Grey. That's what Prince Charming is. But there's also the Dragon Slayer, and the Dragon Slayer also goes in this spot. He's also very bad, and he's also quite good. But the Dragon Slayer is like the guy who's gonna come and rescue you from a dragon. Obviously, right? He's the guy who's gonna like you get kidnapped, and he like jumps through like, he jumps through the window and just like beats up a bunch of dudes, and he carries you out, and like like the fireman, who rescues you from a burning building, or he pulls you out of a train wreck. That's the Dragon Slayer.
A very public relationship, very public. The more you are a good guy, the safer that she will feel going out with you and being seen with you in the friend zone, husband zone, or the Prince Charming zone. But again, if you have only good guy traits, she's not going to like you enough for any of these zones. You have to have some bad boy traits. And it could be just looking good. That's enough for some women. It can be there are some guys who don't look that good, but they're very, very smooth again, and they have experience with women, and women like it when they know you have experience with women. If you are very dominant, if you're good at something like a sport, if you're the head of your social group, if you're the boss at a job, like if she works somewhere and her boss is very, very dominant over other people, that's going to sort of trigger something in there. It triggers something in the bad boy continuum. Men who are very confident in themselves. Dark Triad traits also appears here. Dark Triad traits are linked to power, and one of the ways that power is most easily accrued for men is by being kind of brutal to other people and using them and tricking them, and it can get pretty dark. That's why it's called that. But it does result in men getting more power and more money and more status, and all of those things are attractive to women. Again, different women value different things differently, and you can have no looks at all, but very high masculinity, and women will like you like this. Women are very different from men in that way. If a woman is really unattractive, but has a great personality, we generally will not say, well, her personality is worth enough to get up here. You have to have at least a bare minimum of looks for men. But for women, I want you to Google Henry Kissinger. He's not an attractive man, but he was sleeping with supermodels because he was very, very powerful on a global scale. Masculinity is very attractive to women. So you can have a maximum bad boy score if you have super high masculinity, if you have super high power and no looks. It's different. So the way that a woman feels about your two scores, she's going to evaluate what are your good guy traits and what are your bad boy traits, and she's going to evaluate how she feels about you. That creates, I split it up into 9 zones, and I just used terms that are familiar in our culture to make it easier for people to understand. We'll start with nothing. If you have no bad boy traits at all and no good guy traits, you're a ghost. Women don't even recognize you. You're just a thing. If you're the mailman, you're just the thing that makes the mail come, unless you're very attractive, and then you would jump up to here. Let's start by going up the good guy scale. If you are less than half good, if you're below this public line, and you have no bad boy traits at all, and you're less than half good, and you're pursuing a woman, she's going to say, ew, you're a creep. You're not attractive to me at all, and you're not very good. So I don't want to be around you. If you go a little bit above half, women will have a gold digger relationship with men in this area if they have a lot of money. If they don't have a lot of money, it's kind of like ick. It's kind of just, okay, this guy's pretty nice, but I don't feel anything for him. And so it's just kind of gross and leave me alone. It's similar to creep, but a creep is like someone who you would not want to talk to at all, someone who you would want gone from your life, but you'd be aware of him. You would not be aware of the ghost. Ick would be something like, well, he has to be around and I have to tolerate him, but I don't really want to think about, starting a relationship with this guy, unless he has tons of money. And then some women will put up with it. Again, some women, everyone is different. If you max out your good guy score and you have no bad boy points at all, you're going to be in the friend zone. Women will go out in public with you. They will let you buy them things. That if you're very, very good to her and you're treating her with investment and you're making her look good and you don't have other women. I had a video recently with a girl talking about having a guy in the friend zone and he got a girlfriend, and so she lost her investment. And she said, well, that makes me feel bad, but then again, it wasn't a relationship, so I can't say anything. She was just talking about losing free investment from a guy who she didn't like at all. So this is not somewhere you want to be. And this is something that a lot of men have trouble with. They be as nice as they can be, and they go, why don't women want me? And it's because women are not attracted to this. It's what makes them feel safe and comfortable, and it's what makes them want to spend time around you. It's what makes them trust you. It's what makes them want to be seen with you or build a future with you, but it's not what makes them attracted to you. This confuses men, because when women give us what we value, they shoot right up this chart. And we wonder why that doesn't work for us. And the reason is that you either are not good looking and God forbid that you have unfixable things about you, but hopefully you can lose some weight and gain some muscle and start dressing better and become more masculine. If there are things that you cannot fix about your body, you have to at least be more manly. And then that's going to give you some degree of points. So if you are maximum nice and you become more manly by working on yourself, take care of your face and your body and become more of a man, you might move into the husband zone. If you do a fantastic job, you could move into the Prince Charming zone, but this is very, 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 very rare. So we did the first column. Let's do the second column. If you are a medium bad boy, if you're medium bad, if you're medium attractive or medium masculine, kind of manly, but not really, and you have no good guy things at all, sometimes you will be women's drunken mistake. This is kind of like the female sweeper. She might make a mistake and she'll feel like, well, you aren't really a bad boy. You don't really do it for me. We shouldn't have done this. I thought that you were going to be more exciting, but you're really lukewarm and you're not nice at all. If you are medium bad and you're, again, under half good, this is a bad situationship. This range is situationships, and this one is settling, because at this point, this can become permanent in public. But in all three of these are where the man will not commit, and this is where the woman will not commit. So they're all situationships, but different kinds. This one, again, the bad situationship is with a guy who's half attractive or half masculine, half what women, get excited about, but not nice enough to settle for, and not even close to nice enough to be in the husband zone. Not giving enough investment, not presentable enough, kind of dumpy, not doing great in life. That's a bad situationship where the woman will not turn the key. If you go above the half point of the good guy traits, then you get to the settling point. And at a certain point, women will settle. And I picked colors for these things that I think represent the emotions. Settling is kind of dusty. It's like an old pillowcase that hasn't been washed in a while. It's just like, it works, I guess. It's not very exciting, but it's often better than nothing. And then if you work really, really hard to bring all of these to her, if you have everything in common with her and you're supporting her really well and you make her look really good, you can be in the husband zone. And
you can have a sexless relationship. Awesome.
The way that women will think of you in the husband zone is, well, he's not that much of a man. He's not super attractive and he's not super manly, but man, does he ever take care of me? And that's my husband and I'm proud of him. So then let's do the last column. The last column has both of the kinds of relationships that women like the most. Women do like friend zone relationships, but they're not nearly as fun as bad boy relationships, not even close. And they're not as good as Prince Charming relationships, which are, again, very, very rare. The Prince Charming relationship is the ideal long-term, and the bad boy relationship is the ideal short-term, which is a really difficult thing about women. This is one of the most difficult things I've ever learned about women, that even if you manage to be Prince Charming, the bad boy is still more exciting because it is so bad and so short-term. It's paradoxical that being good can make her less excited for you. she'll be more excited for a bad boy than she will be for Prince Charming, because there's something about stability that kind of dilutes this. And this is the most healthy kind of relationship, when the man is here for the woman and the woman is here for the man. But the way that society is going lately, and the way that it typically goes in human history, when a guy gets this valuable, he ends up having multiple women, and then they're all in a harem, which is a kind of situationship, which usually the women think is either a good or a mid-level situationship. It's either one where they go out with the guy and they're seen with him and everyone knows he has multiple women, or it's just a quiet thing where they go over his place and that's all that they're gonna get, and that's all that he's willing to give. I have a story I always tell everyone about when I was driving for Uber, and I met a girl who figured out that I was good at this kind of stuff. She just picked it up really quick. And she asked me, she said, "Hey, I'm seeing this guy, and he has all these other girls, and he won't commit to me, and I'm stuck here," basically is what she was saying. And she said, "How do I get him to pick me out of all the other women?" And, you know, I looked in the rearview mirror and I took a look at her, and I had listened to her talking to her friend for a minute, and I knew what kind of, life she was living, roughly. And I pretty much assessed that, there's not a lot that you can do here, especially if this is the only other guy you're seeing. And I asked her that. I said, "Is this the only guy you're seeing?" And she said, "Yeah, it was just the one guy, but he had 4 or 5 girls." She actually didn't know how many it was. And so I said to her, "How well do you know this guy?" And she said, "Pretty well." And I said, "What do you think he would say if you told him, you have to have only me and get rid of all your other girls, or I'm leaving?" Do you think he would keep the 4 other girls or keep you? And she said he would keep the 4 other girls. And I said, "And let me ask you this. What if I gave you 100% of my love and devotion, and I gave you all of the good guy stuff I had to give? Would you dump him for me?" And she got really quiet. And I said, "Don't worry about it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. We're in an Uber. It doesn't matter." And she said, "No, I would not do that." So she told me that 100% of what I could give her would have been in this range or this range, and what she was getting from this other guy was either here or here. She valued being in his harem more than having me all to herself, because in her evaluation, she likes men that have more than I do. And so this is a lesson that I'm really hoping that women can learn. I'm hoping that I can get it through to some women that you can't, if you can't improve this, you can't improve this, you can't get rid of male attention, and you have maximized this, and he's putting you here, he doesn't like you this much, and he never will. If he's got 5 women, why would he get rid of 4 of them to keep 1? He would get rid of 1 of them to keep 4. You're just here. And if you want to be here, that's your choice. I can't make that. No one can make that choice for you. If this is what you prefer, and that's what this girl said. She said she would rather be here with him than be probably here with me, at least in her evaluation. Maybe I would have been able to do this for her. Maybe. But in her assessment, I was in this icky zone, this kind of, I don't really want that. I'd rather be with an exciting guy 20% of the time. So that's pretty much it. That's how the zones work, and that's how men value women. And
Wow. Okay, so there was absolutely no reaction from me on that. I just tuned in, man. I just tuned in for the whole thing. Like, I feel like the more you learn about women, the more hopeless it becomes. It's like, alright, I'm gonna say this. The biggest mistake I ever made as a young person was not understanding how corrupt life is. Because I always knew life was corrupt, but I thought it was because some people were bad and they were in charge. I didn't realize that fundamentally the building blocks of existence are corrupt. Like, they're corrupt. The idea of nobility, honor, glory, piety, righteousness, those are human ideas that have been stuck on top I want to call it evil, but it's not evil. It's more like savage. It's a savage system, and we've put goodness on top to try and make it somewhat more bearable. But it's not a good place. It's not a nice existence. It's utterly savage in every single aspect. Mating and finding love and having children is the most savage thing that could possibly exist. And you know what I think? I think that this is not news. I think that almost throughout entirety of human history that has been a known fact, how brutal life is. And I think because we live so close together in such close communities, this idea of, hey, well, let's make it a little bit better together. Come on, let's make it a little bit more righteous, guys. Come on, let's not do things to each other. Let's be good, because then at least we've got each other in this horrible place. And everyone's like, yeah, okay, but we don't live in that anymore. So now we're just completely at the mercy of the savage nature of existence. And I also think that because we're at the complete mercy of it, but we lie the entire time about what it is. And we hide as much of it as we can. We don't actually improve it or replace it. We hide it. So we hide it. Like, how do you do you when you're 12 years old, does anyone stop and say, look, you can't actually become rich in this world? By the way, you have to cheat. You can't honorably work a job and then get a good life. It doesn't work that way. You have to cheat. You have to exploit. You have to get ahead. You have to be first. You have to compete. You have to beat other people. It's a zero-sum game. If you get ahead, they lose. So if they get ahead, you lose. Like, no one talks about this. They don't tell this to you. They hide it from you. No one sits down and says, look, you can't actually get a woman to love you. It doesn't work that way. Because women have a completely different system that is entirely based on like extremely self-centered desires. Like, I actually think this takes away some of the savagery of it, like the personality. Do you know personality? I don't think it should even say personality, because I think that's too vague, and I think that it doesn't need to be that vague. I think men mostly care about kindness. Like, if you're sweet, gentle, kind, loving, affectionate, this is it. I also think there's one more thing that should go in here. Yes, age, but also something else, and that's how much the girl likes you. So a guy will rate a girl who likes him more than a girl who doesn't really like him that much higher. And it's not just settling. He will genuinely like a girl who likes him more. So I think that should go in here. But personality is mainly just being kind. That's why we think that being a good guy is the best possible thing we can do, because, well, I can't change how I look, but I can be kind, and that's what I want, so I'll be kind to you. So really, men truly want love. We truly want we want love, and we want beauty, and we want commitment. Not necessarily purity. We'll call it that way. Purity, love, beauty, purity. That's what men want. But whereas women, look at what they want, man. They want money, they want superficial appearances, they want excitement, violence, danger, extreme amounts of attractiveness. They'd rather be with one man who's better than another man than be with monogamous with. Like, the idea of the marriage is a completely fake idea in human civilization. It's not real, bro. It's not real. He'll never forget his uber icky zone. So which are you? Sorry. Stop watching Insult. I wasn't checking chat. You're a oh, you've been watching since Dragon Slayer? You're a Dragon Slayer, yeah, you are. No, actually, I wonder where you are. Let's see where you are. I think you are, like, can we see the whole picture? Can we see? A good representation of it. It's kind of hard because the pen's in the way the entire time. I would say you are. You've got a lot of bad boy traits. You've got a lot of bad boy traits. I think your bad boy traits help you a lot. You got masculinity, you got dominance, power, confidence. You're low on smoothness, but you're very high on like dominance. And you got good voice. Your height is average. Your body can be really good. Your face is good for women. Women actually like your face. I learned that quite a long time ago. Um, you're not very presentable, and you probably wouldn't give them a lot of investment. So you don't go up in the good guy. You're not a dragon slayer, but you could be either like either depending on how much she finds you attractive, you could be from the ghost to the mistake to the bad boy, to the or you could be this mid-tier relationship, maybe a good relationship, bad. Maybe you could settle. I think you're like this bottom half, but that's a good place to be. That's a good place to be. It's better than this place. It's like if you think about it in quadrants, right? You've got like top right, that's the worst place to be. You've got sorry, no, bottom right is the worst place to be. That's incel territory. Then you got top right, that's simp territory. Then you got top left, that's Chad, and then bottom left, that's also Chad. So you're in like bad Chad, not good Chad. You're a bad Chad. That's where you are. Stop watching incel propaganda. I've come to realize that life is actually rigged, and nothing we can do about it. It's actually over. Yo, it's so over, man. It's so over. It's crazy how women just don't care. They're just like I actually don't like them anymore. I didn't feel that way before, but I genuinely don't like them now. I think for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna treat all women as this or this. I don't think I'm ever gonna. I don't think I'm ever gonna marry, dude. I'm never gonna marry. I'm actually never gonna settle down. I'm never gonna have a relationship either. Like I'm never gonna do it. And I come to realize, like, I remember you telling me actually, you were like, oh, you think you want a girlfriend, but you won't. Yeah, like, it's not that good. You were right, bro. Because in my head, this is how I thought about it. I was like, I'm romantic and I can love. So why won't she love me in the same way, and we'll both love each other, and it'll be perfect? And I've come to realize that only exists for homosexual men. That doesn't exist for heterosexual men. You can't have that kind of relationship with a woman. They don't love you. They don't love you. They just they just want stuff. They want you to be a certain way. They've got a specific set of needs that are impossible, and they also just want to be abused, and they want you to be a Chad. Like it's impossible. It's impossible. You've been at the internet window for too long. No, I know it's the truth, bro. I went out. I went out. I went out to see it for myself. I went out to go and experience it for myself. And all I saw was all of this talk, all of this. I saw all of this in real time, and it's just the truth. It's the truth, actually. Nah, I'm done, bro. I'm actually done. All right, one sec. I need to take a pee. I need to take a pee. over, bro. Wait, what do you mean I've been at the internet window too long? You don't do anything ever. You're throwing the whole game under the bus. Because you don't like hormones. Right. The first part, true. The second part, I don't understand that. They're not imaginary. They're not imaginary. I saw this in my own girlfriend. She stopped liking me because I stopped putting that much effort into my presentation. The investment wasn't enough. I didn't have enough money. She was like, me. She was a craze. She was a hoe. She was an absolute hoe. She was abusive. She was horrible. She was self-centered. All she ever cared about was how much I did for her. She never actually loved me. She wasn't capable of it. She could only demand, give me, I need, I want. My feelings never mattered. She was abusive. She actually was abusive, bro. Like, I tolerated abuse. These women are horrendous. Look at this. It's my favorite one. My favorite one. Zerka, Zerka's the funniest one, bro.
We'll go back to you. You said, yeah, but why would I want to be with a bum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say that again. What did you say?
Why would I want to be with a bum?
How come no man in this room has ever said that about a girl they dated? Because you're all gold-digging skanks. We're romantic. We'll take a bum McDonald's worker. You couldn't do that. No woman's ever done that. You guys date up. We date down. That means every ex-boyfriend you've had was better than you. That's why you let him hit it. Because you guys date up. So you fucked up a lot. Could you marry a Burger King employee?
I won't do that.
Could any girl here do it? Has any girl in history ever done it? You're all dirty gold diggers. Admit your skin. And you know what's funny? That's the point. You abandoned him.
That's fine.
Why did you say past tense? You said past tense.
Far from a gold digger, but okay.
You said past tense have. Why did you abandon him?
Because of the point we just brought up.
Because he's bum.
No, because I figured out that I need someone financially at my level
A leader.
or higher.
But what if you're married
But
to a leader?
how come the men here don't mind if she's a bum? Because we're the romantic gender and you guys are of the devil. You don't even get God without a husband.
I could get banned for watching that. That's so funny, though. That's so funny. That's the funniest one. Why Andrew Tate drinks aloe vera?
This is the story of how Andrew Tate...
I don't care. Yeah, they do. I know that. Simps are a problem. I'm just gonna.
So today, I want to talk about how there is no good option for men in 2023.
True. I know it. To be fair, I'm actually kind of attracted to a woman with that kind of body. Like, I don't consider that fat. I don't know why, but I actually really like that look. The big chest, the big hips. That's actually a really good look. I'm just gonna post.
So today, I want to talk about.
It's actually my ideal. Like, I actually really like that. But it's just like that perfect hourglass with just a lot. With just like, oof, oh, it's so nice to me. I like it so much. So these women you point out are what? Top picks? No, they're not. They're not top picks. But here's the problem. So what? If there's probably a really, really nice woman out there, right? A really nice, beautiful, kind, gentle, sweet woman. She ain't gonna go for me, dude. Because I don't have enough money. And that's it. That's it. Like, is actually that's it? That's so sad, man. That's so sad, bro. Is there anything good to watch? Drama? Let's watch some drama, bro.
Speaking of cheating, this is a video trending right now.
Nice transition,
And
Fresh. I like
actually-
that. Okay.
And actually, they were on this show professing their love to each other. And it's funny because both of these people are opposites. So the video's going viral right now. It's on No Jumper, Twitter, everywhere.
Can you set this up? So as Neon, he's not had sex with his girlfriend. Is that correct?
Here's the foundation, right? Neon is a top streamer now on Kick.
Yeah.
And he's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
He's like, what, 17, 18?
19.
19. And he met this girl, I think in LA at a party or her house. And apparently they love each other. But she does OnlyFans. She's been out and about for a minute, multiple guys, whatever. But
She belongs to the streets.
She loves him. But here's the like details basically. Never had sex, never kiss, never blowjob, nothing.
Wait, never kissed?
But that's his girl. What? When?
He's informing us.
Show us that again.
Well,
could you show us that again?
Hold on. On the show, he said nothing happened. But if it happened after, the point is he don't get really much sexual access at all.
Okay.
But apparently nowadays, well, she hold on. Then she said, oh, you know what? I never was with any guy before him at all. So after him, basically she was with him.
And she said she's been celibate for a year
For
or
the whole
something
time.
like that.
And then she did the whole the polygraph thing.
You guys did that, right?
Oh, yeah, she failed the polygraph.
She failed.
She failed the polygraph.
They asked her, would you be with him if he wasn't popping on streaming? And she said yes. And yeah, this just came in, guys, so I guess we'll go ahead and play it here. Oh, shit. God
All right,
damn.
ladies, first up, before we do this, I want to know, is this cheating? Let's find out.
Apparently.
Yeah.
For now.
It's already cheating. It's already cheating.
Hey, guys, we had to mute it because there's music in the background. And obviously it's copyright. What the fuck? Oh, shit. What the hell?
100%.
It looks like she's
cheating.
fighting him off. You know, that must be hard for her.
Yeah, she's trying to.
She says "lut" at this point. It's like what?
Wait, what'd you call it?
That's
Slut.
it.
Wow.
Do you want to know something
Impressive.
absolutely tragic? That's exactly what my ex is doing right now. That is exactly what my ex has been doing for the last 2 weeks. She's probably slept with at least 3 or 4 men by now. This is 2023, bro. It's over. It's actually over.
The thing.
Isn't that
Do
crazy?
you guys remember? Do you guys remember Neon going at Adam22?
Yes.
On that stream when Aiden Ross was there, and you know, saying I'm gonna fuck your girl, all this kind of crazy shit, and you know, Adam22 owns No Jumper. And I have no doubt whatsoever that
he was smiling like this.
No issue posting this video.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So let's put that into context. I mean, it doesn't mean like obviously if there's a video like that, I would break up with my girl for that. But so Michael, so that's the thing. So anybody here
ladies.
doesn't think that's cheating. It might be some kind of mistake. Maybe she was drunk on mushrooms or something. Anybody?
No,
Okay,
and
cool.
he knew that she was being filmed.
She
Yeah.
Like, you
recorded
can
it.
tell. She
Yeah,
knew.
that's definitely cheating.
Okay, cool.
She could be drugged, you know, but it's still cheating.
Right.
She could be drugged.
But do you think her mother should help her? Just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, should
Should her mom help her cheat?
He has something on his lip. He was just
He was just,
helping her. like-
just helping her lip. Yeah.
Okay.
But the main issue was he has clout. She wants his clout.
Yeah.
And there's no type of like genuine desire, so to speak,
Yeah.
being involved there. So this is crazy, man.
I tweeted this earlier. I'll get the lady's opinion on this. I genuinely think if you're a guy and you're an influencer and you have a girl and she's an OnlyFans creator, you need to take 50% of everything she earns.
Oh shit.
Oh,
And
my
the reason
God.
why is because that's what I call an embarrassment fee or an L fee
It's a tax.
for you being with that fucking girl and she's over here sexualizing herself on the internet. You're going to do that as an influencer. You better take 50%. I don't suggest you do it at all. be with her. But if you're going to go ahead and do it anyway, because there's a couple influencers I can think off the top of my head. Neon's not the only one, bro.
Yeah.
There's a couple that I'm not going to expose that we know. Talk to them on the side, and I fucking told them, bro, you're going to be with one of these fucking cloud chasing
Are you
whores.
paying the
know who I'm talking
bills?
about?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Are you paying the bills though?
Who cares?
What was that?
Yeah,
Are
he
you
is.
paying the bills?
Who cares?
Yeah, you.
No, he pays his bills with her money.
That makes no sense.
Oh, does it not? Does it not? It makes no sense. It makes no sense for a man to pay his bills with a woman's money. It makes perfect sense for a woman to do porn, though. Yeah, forget about this, man. Let's go do something else with our life. This is just tragic. It's just gonna make us want to go hero. Just go and hero. Why did they even say that? Why did they say an hero anyway? Dating apps in Japan, reading my dating messages. How is this woman dating? Yeah, and you know what? Forget it. I'm done. I don't want to get banned on Twitch. I'll get banned for not promoting healthy content. Disgusting. What do we got? We got Gloomhaven. It's boring as hell. Nobody wants to watch it. I enjoy playing it, but like nobody wants to even watch that. We could play some Counter-Strike. I'm not gonna lie. We need some more games, dude. I responded to you, right, Sokum? I responded to you. I told you like, but yeah, they're not top picks, but like even a top pick is gonna absolutely dump me straight off the bat. We both know it, you know. It's just so sad, bro. There's one thing I need to do before I play the game, and that's I need to set a delay because people cheat in this game. I don't know why they do that, but they do. Stream delay enable, okay. I need to also change the... Actually... We've got restream,